Hi my friends, Kim here, Abundant Life Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me for another little fun deck collection tag video. So this is a video response to my friend Jonathan Dailey's hashtag last 10 decks. I watched his stream last week and it inspired me to share with you all the last 10 decks I got. And this is going to be Tarot and Oracle, the last decks. Now I could have just did the last 10 Tarot or the last 10 Oracle, but I thought it'd be interesting if we combined it and had Tarot and Oracle together. So I'm going to switch camera angles and we're going to just dive right into the latest and greatest decks I have added to my collection. Okay, so we're going to start with Oracle first. And the thing about looking at your last 10 decks that you've received, you purchased, you were, any of, like if you were gifted, etc., is it can really tell a lot about where you're at in your taste and also where you're at in your collecting journey, your reading journey. So it's always interesting to see what people's last 10 decks are. So I just wanted to say that because I love that Jonathan Dailey came up with this, because this is something you can revisit year over year. What was your last 10 decks, right? Or maybe you don't buy that many decks and maybe it's every so often. All right, let's talk about the first one that I got. This is Oracle. And in November 27, 2022, I got the Signs of the Times Oracle by Crystal Banner. This is a Hay House deck. I did do, I think, an unboxing or a flip through of this deck, and I really do love it. Let's just quickly go through it. Here are the card backs. Love that Hay House has changed their card stock quite a bit. That makes it easier for us to work with. Lotus Flower Enlightenment. I'll be honest, I got this, I believe, during a sale. I bought a book and something else from Hay House during their Black Friday sale. Globe. And so I got this deck too. But I am so glad I did, because I really do enjoy using this deck for both readings for myself and readings for clients. I love the simplicity and the beauty and the colors found in this deck. And I find that it plays well with Tarot, or it's just a nice, beautiful message to close out a reading or to open a reading, right? So, love this card. And it comes with a little guidebook. And if you want to, as with any of the decks I'm going to show you today, if you want to see a full flip through, I will put links to my full flip through videos in the description box down below. Here's the guidebook. So yeah, this is the fabulous Signs of the Times Oracle. Next up is one I created. So I created this deck, The Secrets Revealed True Crime Oracle on Make Playing Cards, to use for my Mystery Mystic or Mysterious Circumstance readings. And a few of you had asked if I would make it available for sale, and so I did. And I love, love, love this deck. I purchased it. I purchased my copy on January 10th, 2023. Okay, here's the card backs. I have a full flip through of it, and I just really enjoy working with this deck. I use it a lot. It actually, sometimes it's the only Oracle deck I'll use with the Tarot when I'm doing those types of readings, and it just works well for me because I created it. So yeah, I really, really enjoy making it and thinking up all the terms. And this is 100, I believe 160 card deck. Can't remember. I think social media. It's massive, so it's, you gotta figure out your way of working with it. But what I do is I shuffle it in sections and see which cards jump. And yeah, I create a lot of my working oracle decks. That's the thing that I do. It's not always the cheapest avenue to go, but nevertheless, it's more personalized from my reading experience. So yeah, that is the Secrets Revealed True Crime Oracle. And yeah. Okay, so the next one, I just got into my hands, and I pre-ordered the Fill Your Chakras Sticker Edition Oracle, and I did that on March 22nd, 2023. I'm recording this video as of May 5th, 2023. I got it, I think it was earlier this week. And so I did record an unboxing, so I'm going to publish the unboxing alongside this video today, so you'll be able to see a full flip through. But I just wanted to share with you all this little deck. I just adore it. My friend Andy from Metaphysics Made Easy created this deck, and it's quite amazing. I'll just show you a few. Please check out the unboxing for, you know, the flip through, and to see me demonstrate a reading on myself with it. It's really cool, actually, and how you can work with it. It works with the chakras, and it lets you know if you have an underactive, overactive, or balanced chakra. And it'll say, I am fearful, so I'm experiencing an underactive root chakra. It's so cool. I just adore it. Throat chakra is balanced. I talk and notice body language. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can find another one. I feel emotionally open, so you have a balanced sacral chakra. And you could have an overactive sacral chakra if you're feeling clingy. Such a cute little touch to having the little stickers here, you know, the little stickers, as well as the whole idea of it being a stickered, what do you call it, name tag, right? So it's got this whole beautiful, like, nostalgic feel of when you were a kid and you collected stickers, and you may have been in a class where you needed name tags, or you went on a field trip and you had your name tags attached and affixed, and oftentimes we would have stickers that you could put on there, or you decorate your little name tag. So I'm just loving it. So check out my unboxing video. I will have the link in the description box for this deck. So I'm going to talk about number 4 and 5 of my most recent oracle decks that I've added to the collection here, because I bought them from the same creator, and yeah, I got them at the same time. So I got this deck. It's called Should I? Clarifying Cards, and it's numbered set number 3, I believe. And then I also got When Clarifying Cards, and I got this deck as inspiration for a deck that I am creating for timing purposes. And I didn't really necessarily rely on what ended up coming up here, but I found a way to work with these two decks together in readings, especially for hotlines. So I'm excited about that. The creator is listed here as Spirit's Voice. I bought these decks on Etsy for a wonderful price. They were $9.99 a piece and very low shipping. So, I mean, it was a small investment. Both of the decks are 44 cards. And she has many others to choose from, the creator. So I will be sure to put the link in the description box of where you can check out all of these decks. Yeah, so let's just show you a few of them here. I will be doing a separate video particularly discussing this one, because I'm going to do like a little video situation on timing and how I work with tarot on timing, how I use oracle for timing and clues and the images. We're going to discuss timing a bit further, but this will be a deck that I will be referring to as well. And this is the When Clarifying Card. So here's the card backs. I'm not going to do at this time a full flip through for the deck. So there won't be like a link in the description box for this deck where you can see all the flip through, because they're kind of self-explanatory and I didn't feel it necessary. And see, my timing deck gives more specifics in terms of like years or decades, or yes, even decades. Then, you know, tomorrow. But I love what this had to say as well, this deck. Next week. It does give you timing in the sense of months. April. Not likely. Slow movement. I think there's a rapid movement in here. Stop trying to control the timing. I love, love, love that. That came up in a client reading last night. Oh, and I got these decks on April 13th, 2023, I believe. Within the next 9 months. June. Trust in divine timing. Let me see if there's any others in the distant future. You will have to wait a little longer. Rapid movement. And I've got more of the months. Allow the process. Another next week. In the coming months. In the coming years. Fabulous. I love when we get real with people. Sometimes it may be years. Sometimes it might even be next lifetime, child. It might be a long time. Sooner than expected. So we have that one. Now let's talk about the should I clarifying cards. Should I? Let's see what these have to say. Circumstances are changing. So you know how you have people who will ask, well, should I do this? Is it a good idea if I do that? And now you can be able to, you know what direction to go with. If you need clarification, you can count on this deck. It says it will bring new opportunities. So if somebody's like, should I try to find a new job? It will bring new opportunities. Of course, it's a yes. It's a great idea. Stop asking. I think I was testing this deck out and I asked, do I need to work on the hotlines today? It was blistering hot and I just was low energy like a few days ago. And I was like ruminating it over and over in my mind. And it was like, stop asking. And then the tarot was like, basically, girl, get on the hotlines for a little while. You'll be happy you did. And I did. And it worked out. One of my favorite clients called. And yeah, so unfortunately, it's a no. Take a chance. Maybe. Absolutely. Don't let fear stop you. Something better is coming. Yes. So I am, and let's show you this. It's impossible or it's unfavorable at this time. So I really enjoy using these decks. At first I was thinking about combining them and just mixing them up, but I was like, nope, I'm going to keep them separate, and just depending on the type of question Aquarian is asking, I will grab for this deck or this one and just use it when I'm in need of clarification that I'm not picking up readily available with the tarot and oracle. Sometimes I'll look at the cards and I just kind of draw a little blank and I'm like, okay. And then when I use a clarifier, it just unlocks something and then I'm able to, get back into that flow. So yeah, those are my oracle decks. Now we're going to move over to the tarot, the last 5 tarot decks that I got. So next up is our tarot. We've got Clarity Tarot by Deborah Zakow and Kate Matthews. This is a red feathered produced deck. It was sent to me in exchange for an honest review. So I did receive this deck for the purpose of me reviewing it, but I also wanted it. And I'll show you why in a moment. And I got it October 8th, 2022. So let me show you this chunky guidebook. This guidebook is just out of this world because the deck creator, Deborah, let me tell you about Deborah. She has she has a extensive background in tarot. I mean, we're talking decades in the making of professional working with the cards, professional readings. She still does that to this day. And she also works on the hotline, so she's familiar with that as well. She touches upon that in here. The guidebook is not to be missed. I will share the full flip through of this deck in the description box. And here's the thing, like, I gave an honest review, and I do enjoy using this deck, and I do use it in client readings as well. And I like how it reads. I really do. I really do. I'm very grateful that I got it. And let me say this, after having it in my, you know, reading repertoire and my collection for some time now, since October, if I wasn't sent it in exchange for a review, I would have purchased this deck anyway on my own. So, just so you know. Just so you know, we're getting along. Do I always grab for this deck? No, I don't. Because I have my go-tos that are worn the hell out. But sometimes I'm in need and I'm thirsting a deck that I can use that's not as beat up. And this is when I grab. And it delivers the readings like I need them to. Here's Eight of Swords. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one we're talking about is the Transient Light Tarot, purchased on November 27, 2022. And now I remember what I got as a part of that Hay House sale. So I got this, I got the Monology 2023 Diary, and I got the Sign of the Times Oracle. So this is what I got. Couldn't remember what the other item was. And I got it on the Black Friday sale. Just so you know, this is an 81 card deck. It is produced by Hay House. The creator is Ari Wisner. And when I do use it, I don't go for this deck often when I'm working with decks, but when I do, I'm always pleasantly surprised by the readings. It has these little cards here, future, present, past. I don't really use them, but I could see how they would work. You know, so you could have almost, well, I won't demonstrate it, but I can see how these work. It has a cool guidebook. I really have no regrets about getting this deck. The only regret I may have is that I haven't had a chance to really get to use it like I would want. But, you know, there are times when I'm like, oh, I need a new deck to use. I'm burnt out on the ones I've been using. And then I just go to my shelves and shop my shelves and pull down a deck I haven't used ever or in a while. And it's like we've fallen in love, you know. So, yeah. We have the Wheel. And Six of Coins. I love the modern coloring of it. The modern art style. Four of Vessels, which would be Four of Cups. Apprentice of Vessels. The Moon. I have a couple of Oracle decks that this one plays nicely with, but yeah, I do plan to get to know it a bit more. So yeah, maybe I'll find ways to incorporate it in some of the readings I do on the channel, or client readings, I suppose. We'll see. We'll see. That's the Transient Light Tarot. All right, let's talk about a deck that I backed on Kickstarter, and that was on November 30th, 2022. It is the Bodica Tarot of Earthly Delights. I have mispronounced that name several times because I had my own mind of how it should be, but I understand it's the Bodica Tarot of Earthly Delights. I backed this deck because I have been loving on it since several years ago from the Fool's Dog app. It was actually only created for Fool's Dog at one point by the creators. And I loved it so much on the digital app platform. I used it all the time, that when I heard that this deck was going to be made into an actual one you can flip through, you can touch, I just had to back it. So I did. And it's been a beautiful experience. It is due to drop or ship, I think, this month or next. And I can't wait to get it into my hot little hands. It's gorgeous. It's going to have a guidebook. It's going to be beautiful. And another thing that I appreciate about this whole Kickstarter experience is that the artist and the deck creator, the writers, has been putting forth courses so we could get to know the deck a bit better. So each month there's been a course on Zoom where we can ask questions and we see the images and we understand where the creator and the artists are coming from. And it's just been a very immersive and enjoyable experience. In fact, I'm recording this video May 5th. I have a class tomorrow, May 6th, and I do always try to go or catch the replay. So I will be doing a full flip through or unboxing when I finally do get it, because this is a special deck to me, and I'll share a bit more with you why that is the case. So for this one, I gushed and gushed about this. Let me just share it with you. It's the Tarot of Oneness by Robin Voicey. I had pre-ordered this one in December of 2022, December 17th, and I think I got it just around my birthday, just a little after my birthday. And I got it off of Etsy, and it's an 84 card deck. Look at this. I'm not going to do a full flip through because I have taken you all on the journey a few times about this deck. I love it. If you've been watching the channel since I got this deck, or just before I got it when I said it was like on my wish list and at the top of my wish list at that, you know how much I love it. I've even used this deck in mystic readings. I've also used this deck on quite a few occasions for client readings, and certainly readings for myself. It just feels like coming home to readings, and I just really enjoy it. It's lovely when you experience a deck that gets you excited about doing readings again, gets you excited about collecting again, and this does it. This does it for me. Here's the card backs, traditional tarot size, gorgeous gilding here. Let me see if I can mix it up. Look at this Three of Swords. It's so different than the light and airy that you see typically with this deck. I just love it. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, which I find hard to believe, but I understand immensely as a collector. But it is totally my cup of tea. It reads like a dream. And it's one of those decks that I was like a little hesitant to break in because it's so gorgeous and I don't want to damage it. But it just is one. It's also one of those decks that calls to you to use it, to work with it, to dig into it, to study with it. It calls for that. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to lean into it and enjoy this deck. And yeah, the gilding may get jacked up. The cards may have little scuff marks. So far, it's holding up quite well to the readings I've put it through. And my clients just love it. They love the images. They absolutely love them. And I do too. It's reminiscent for me of my experience here in the tropics. And so it was nice to have a deck that kind of represents the season that I find myself in. And I treated myself for this deck, okay? I don't buy a lot of decks these days. I know I'm doing the last 10, and you're like, you seem like you bought a bunch of decks here, but really when you look at it, I'm not buying like I used to, and I'm very, very discerning about what decks that I spend my hard-earned money on these days. Here, look at the Eight of Swords. I really am. I would say in terms of my moon phase, and those who are a part of the Abundant Life Tarot family know what I'm talking about. Moon phases of collecting. I would say that I am coming out of a waxing phase and entering back into my full moon phase of collecting. I just have 2 more decks that I created that are on its way to me, so I can look at them and see how I like them before I list them to sell. But other than that, I don't really have any decks I'm itching to buy. I have a wish list, but I haven't looked at it because I feel so satiated. And so I've been blessed. I have friends who know I love collecting decks still. They know I'm not buying as many decks anymore for a variety of reasons. So they send them to me and they gift them to me. I'm very discerning about when I buy decks. This one was going to be a birthday present. I knew if I pre-ordered it in December, the date that it was stated was February. That was going to be the perfect birthday gift for me, and it was. So I'm just in a happy place with my collecting habits, and I feel solid in sharing these with you. Oh, look at this. Look at the 10 of Cups. It just makes me happy. Look at the 7 of Swords. So yeah. Oh, one more. Oh, okay, 2 more. 4 of Cups. And you can see the full flip through. I'll put the link in the description box. We have the Tower. I love the Tower so much. So yes, I treated myself big time with this one. I also did the similar thing with the Kickstarter that I backed, okay? Because I knew it would come sometime this year and it would be something I would really want for my collection. So yeah. We got one more, folks. Just one more. I'll be right back. It was so much fun. Thanks, Jonathan. I love doing this VR to you. Okay, last but not least, this one I bought December 20th, 2022. So this is the last tarot deck that I bought, was back in December. And I'm recording this May 5th, 2023. And I probably buy more Oracle, honestly, than Tarot. Because I'm very picky about my tarot decks. Black Tarot, an Ancestral Awakening deck and guidebook by Nyasha Williams. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, hon. Okay, so this deck is produced, it's mass market by RP Studio. Oh my goodness, when I got this deck, I just was head over heels in love with it. Oh, look at this guidebook. I could tell it was a reader who created this deck, who wrote this guidebook, and then the artwork. Oh, it just, every time I pull it out, I always feel like this could be like indie quality. I am so impressed, so impressed. Even the tug box makes me happy. Look at that little color right here, that little olive, that little tuck of olive, like with against the plum. And this gorgeous burnt sienna orange. I just love it, love it, love it. Just an amazing deck to read with. I will say, I think I used it once or twice in client readings, but I've been primarily using it for readings for myself. I sense that when friends come over from out of town and they want me to do a reading, like my bestie wants me to do a virtual birthday reading for her, and I'm so late with it, but I'll probably use this deck. It'll just be kind of my sister-to-sister deck, if you will. Here's the card backs. And let's go through some of these. Here's the Father of Wands. I'm not going to show all the cards because I did do a full flip through of this deck. Here's the Six of Wands. So no need for me to keep y'all here longer than y'all need to be. Son of Wands. The Emperor. The artwork is just stunning, modern, in a different, I love the color palette. It's not, as you can see, the tarot decks that I have are vastly different from one another, but they all represent a facet of my preferred styles. And so I love it. This is why I collect decks, is because I appreciate art. I appreciate art. Daughter of Knives. Yeah, I better do that reading before she starts getting mad at me. She doesn't understand though. I do readings all day, every day. So sometimes when it comes down to doing readings for myself or readings for family members, and my best friend, I'm not going to necessarily charge her for a reading. She'll pay, but I'm like, I'll just do it. I promise you a birthday reading. And then, of course, time escapes me because other client readings come through. So, I don't know. But this is inspiring me to get busy with her reading. She'll love it, too. And then I want to also share with you that this deck also comes with a guided journal, and it's called Ancestral Illumination. So I do encourage you to check out the full flip through, because I do share about this book, this companion guided journal, and I'm here for a companion guided journal, y'all. And this is mass market. Okay? So don't cry to me about you needing to buy fakes and counterfeits and you got to go to Wish, because let me tell you, there are decks out there, mass market, that are reasonably priced, and even indie. You just got to look. If you're a collector like me, you love the hunt. You love the hunt of finding that beautiful deck. I do. That's me. All right, my friends. I want to hear from you. What were your last 10 decks that you added to your collection? Where are you in your moon phase of collecting, or your moon phase of readings even? Where are you? It helps to know. It helps to have that awareness. I want to hear from you in the comment section. So don't forget to leave me a comment on your way out. Also, do me a favor, hit the like button for me. Also, please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so, my friends. Oh, this was so much fun. I love sharing about my collection. Much love to all of you. Take very good care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.